Welcome back to episode 3 of the Win Back Worker series. Today I'm responding to a question I had from Meg. She wrote, "What do workers who resign their jobs need to do to secure the right job moving forward?" Well, let me share with you what I wrote her as a response, and then I'll expound on it a little bit. My response said, "Embedded in the reasons you resigned are the seeds of a successful job and career transition. Examine why you resigned and incorporate ways to remedy those specifics in your approach to your next job and career. This includes what you're looking for, how you present yourself, and what you ask for from future employers. Break the cycle of discontent by seeking those specifics that lead to happiness moving forward." You know, my first job after getting my master's in counseling was to run a career center at a college. And it was amazing to me. We had to really almost force people to take a career class in which they identified what direction they should go in for their career, which kind of didn't make any sense to me. When you look at it, we spend over one half of our waking life at work. You've got the time that you sleep, throw that away, and then you've got your waking life. And you've got the number of hours that you spend getting ready to go to work, going to work, working, coming back, decompressing, that kind of thing. And then you've got your social life, your family life, your recreational life. And I would always tell people, I'm going to teach you today how to separate those two, your work part from the rest of your life, such that even if you have a miserable life outside of work, it will never affect you at work. Or if you have a horrible work, it will never affect the rest of your life. And of course, there's no way you can do that. They affect each other. So if you're in the wrong job, doing the wrong thing, if you're not happy, it absolutely is affecting other aspects of your life. So this is a really big deal that you figure out, what is it going to take to keep me happy and content and rewarded and fulfilled and feel like I'm contributing in the work area of my life, because it's affecting everything else. You know, back in the college job that I had running the career center, we would have people take an interest inventory, a personality test, a value survey, a work behavior profile, and then overlap all of those to find out what kind of direction they should go in. What a lot of people obviously have done recently is that they have had time to reflect on their jobs. And why a lot of these people have resigned is because they realize they're not in the right job doing what they've always wanted to do, if they even know what that is. It'd be very interesting for you to talk to those people and say, so how did you determine the direction to go in? How did you determine what your career path was going to be? How did you determine what jobs you were going to accept? Because let's face it, we make choices along the way. And the choices that we've made, for the most part, not totally, for the most part, have created the life that we have. So ask people, how did you ever get into that career? How did you? And you're going to find some crazy stories with people who are discontent. Either they were content at some point in time, and now their life has changed somewhat, and whatever they were content with before doesn't work for them anymore, or maybe they've never really done what they wanted to do. You know, I've got a saying or a quote that I say, you know, take your pipe dream out of the pipe. I was doing a podcast the other day with a guy named Mike, and his whole podcast is about helping people become the most that they can become, becoming the best people they can become. And we were talking about it, and I said, yeah, my experience has been that lots of people have a pipe dream, you know, something that they'd really love to do, but they've never really taken it out, looked at it, examined it, analyzed it to determine whether it's possible, and if it is possible, what are the steps to get there? A lot of people just have that, and I use the term, they're holding it against themselves. boy, if I could be doing this, that'd be really great. But, of course I can't. And they say, so so there's a better life out there for them somewhere, but they're not going to experience it because they haven't analyzed, is it possible? And if it is possible, how do I go about doing it? So I'm suggesting, use this time, take the reasons that you quit and said, why did I resign my job? I've got to make sure that I correct for them in the next job or position or career. That's the first thing. And then what are all the other things that maybe I really haven't to this point thought about too much? You can ask your friends. You know me, and of course ask friends who know you really well. You know me. If you could pick anything at all that you think I'd be great at and enjoy, what would it be? Then also go back through your history and say, what are all the comments that people have given me about things I'm good at? Go to your evaluations at the end of the year. If you've been working a job and you're getting routine performance evaluations, what are the people who are evaluating you saying about your skill set? Boy, you really do this well. Of course, this job doesn't require a whole lot of that, but you do it really well. Basically suggesting if you found a job that required a lot of that, maybe you'd be a little bit happier. Anyway, there's lots of examination that needs to take place for you to get on the right career path and or into the right job. And then my second suggestion is routinely evaluate that. This goes back to something I said in episode 1. That takes some time to waste some time. Every now and then, evaluate not just your career, but your life to find out what things maybe were exactly the way I wanted them at the time, but things have changed a little bit, so maybe I need to shift that a little bit, change that, delete it, maybe add something else, but I need to modify. Life is a series of decisions, and I hope you keep making decisions so that you are continually as happy as you possibly can be. That's my tip for today. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. If you share this with anybody else who you feel would benefit by it, I'd really appreciate that. I want to thank you for watching. Till next time, stay cool, have good thoughts. See ya.